The dogs are okay, but they're not with me. If you need some context, just look at my last video. I rescued 3 dogs on the side of the road in Oklahoma. I was in shock when I picked them up. I got them some food, and then I just booked an Airbnb in Missouri where we could just get a little bit of rest for the night. My plan was to make it to Ohio. I wasn't supposed to be there for another 2 days, but I didn't want to delay getting these puppies care any longer, so I just made the decision to drive 14 straight hours to Ohio, which was the best thing I could have done for the 4 of us. When I arrived in Ohio, my friend and her boyfriend got them fed me a steak dinner. They took a huge weight off of my shoulders and just let me cry on theirs because it was a really emotional, stressful experience. I contacted everyone I knew who could help. I have a vet friend who gave me lots of helpful information about how to feed them, a friend who works at a shelter in Pennsylvania who was able to take the dogs in if I couldn't find any other solution. My IG friend Jordan, who rescued 2 puppies off the side of the road 9 years ago, helped me vet rescues in the Pittsburgh area. But this whole time I was weighing the decision to keep one of the dogs. My partner and I have been talking about getting another dog for months now. In a way, this felt like the universe was saying, here's the dog you wanted. However, it's been really hard to read the comments saying that the mama dog was my soul dog because I just felt so connected to her right away. But if you follow my content, you know that I've been prepping to live and travel in a truck camper for the next 6 months, getting ready to hit the road in just a couple weeks. I do wish I could have kept the mom. She'd probably jump into our camper and not even be able to turn around. Anyway, the final morning that I was with them, I called several rescues that were either closed or, I understand why rescues do this, but most won't accept a dog that is found outside of their county or state lines. My friend who I was staying with, her boyfriend went to work that morning and told many of his coworkers about the situation, and he works in a dog-friendly office. There were 2 couples who expressed interest in helping the dogs. One of them was willing to take in all 3 to nurse them back to health. So they came over, they met the dogs, and I just immediately felt like it was the right decision to leave the dogs with them. They just expressed so much care for these dogs, and they just seemed so ready to take on the challenge. I just felt so good knowing that my friends could vouch for them and I'd be able to stay in touch. They've been to the vet. They all have fleas, ticks, worms. But what I loved the most was getting the update that their boss at their office offered to find some space to keep the dogs comfortable, and their coworkers have already donated supplies. I raised about $1,000 in my own social circle to pay for their vet bills. So as hard as it was to leave the dog, I know that I didn't just leave them with a family, I left them with a village. So they're okay. And as for me, I feel like by not taking these dogs, I've opened myself up to finding ways to help other dogs. And I'm still crying myself to sleep. It is what it is.